Hello and welcome to class. I am Dr. Thompson, your instructor for this course, and I wanted to do a brief introduction to myself and how this course will work. So consider this an overview of the course. This may be your first course in the program. It may be towards the end of your program, but all instructors set up classes differently. I set up different classes differently, personally even. So I wanted to give you a run through of how this class is going to work, some expectations that I have, and to give you a little bit of a brief overview of what to expect throughout the semester. So hello and welcome, and I'm excited to meet you all. So when you log into Course 10 and you click on our block for this course, you'll have first you find the announcements. There's nothing posted as of yet, but this announcement, this video obviously is going to be in there. And every week I post at least one announcement. Sometimes they're videos, sometimes they're typed. They are extremely important that you watch or read those every week. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, however many I post, I put them there because they're important. Sometimes they may just be a reminder of what's coming due that week. Sometimes they're important information about the class and what to expect, about how to do the assignments. So yes, it's asynchronous and you'll work through the assignments on your own, but I also do some teaching in these videos. So be sure to pay attention to all of the announcements and listen and watch those or read those. So let's look at how the course is set up. We'll talk about the assignments that you'll have, and we'll look at the syllabus and the course plan and all that good stuff. So like I said, you'll pop in here and you'll have announcements here. You can always click Course Home to get back to this screen. Of course, this will take you to the syllabus, and it is very important that you read and familiarize yourself with this entire syllabus right from the start. I'll highlight a couple of things that are important, but you really need to look over the whole thing. So to contact me, the very best way to contact me is through my email address. I keep my email on my phone, so if I'm not at home or if I'm downstairs watching TV in the evening with my husband, you email me, I will see that. And if I can, I will respond right away. But if I can't, just know that I will respond. Usually it's by the next morning. Very rarely do I take 24 hours to answer an email. I say that here, but it's rare, very rare. I try to stay on top of those because I don't want to forget anybody. That phone number is for the office in Georgia, and I am currently in Virginia, so they would have to get a message to me there. And I'll warn you, my cell phone does not work well at home. So when I am at home, it will automatically send you to my voicemail. So the best way is my email address. Like I said, this is a fully online asynchronous course. So all of your assignments will be, you'll do all of your learning on your own and turning in assignments. I grade and give feedback that you're expected to apply. So for the course materials, you're not expected to purchase anything, but there are 2 different textbooks depending on what path you're going into. If you are planning on staying in or working in K-12 education, you'll read this particular book. If you are focused more on higher education or some kind of an industry, not K-12, you will be able to use this book. But I ask that you let me know if you're going to use this book, just so I can make note of it, so that when I'm grading, I can remember, okay, yes, you're using that book. That's why it's not the same kind of an answer as this. You'll have your outcomes, how you'll be graded. You earn up to 1,000 points in this course. This is the same as the course plan that I'll show you in a minute. It's just copied over here. And that's going to tell you all the due dates and everything. The only other thing I want to highlight in the syllabus for right now is the policies. So I have a late policy established that if you turn an assignment in late, it's 10% off per day late. Now, I am a human just like you, and I know that life happens, especially now with COVID. We all never know if we're going to get sick or whatever, or if you catch the flu. I mean, things happen. I understand that. Unforeseen circumstances happen. If they do, email me immediately. If you can, it's best to email me before the due date. I know sometimes that may be impossible, but email me and give me an explanation. Don't just email me with I'm going to be late with this week's assignment, because that doesn't help explain your situation. I don't need details, personal details, but I need some sort of an explanation as to why. And if I feel like yes, you know that's okay. Usually I'll work with you and I won't give you that penalty. But if you just turn something in late without any kind of an explanation, I'm sorry, but it's not fair to your classmates who have turned things in on time and get full credit, and you also get full credit. The other policy I have established is inaccessible links. A lot of what you turn in will be a Google Doc form. So if you submit something that I cannot open and edit, you will lose 10 points. If I have to email you or grade it without making comments on it, you immediately lose 10 points. You have to go to the share setting and say anyone at UWG can edit, because I have to be able to make comments on those docs when I grade. And if I can't, you have to remember that. It's just one of those things. Okay. All right. So let's go on back to our homepage. So the next thing up here is your content, and the content shows you what to expect in this course. It shows you every little step of every little session. Rather than calling it modules for this class, I call it sessions. So we start with session 0. And if you click on Welcome to Session 0, it's going to walk you through everything that you need to do. So here's where it talks about the course plan. Let me go ahead and show you the course plan, because that's also important. I recommend that you either bookmark this or print it out. I personally keep a printed copy on my desk, and as the due dates pass, I highlight them to remind myself, okay, that due date has passed, and then I check it off once I've graded all of your work. And I will come on here and I will also highlight on January 17th, I will highlight that to remind you that that has been due. It's past due after that date. This is very important. I don't put due dates within Course Den, because then I have to change it every single time I teach the course. This serves as your due date reminder, as well as my announcements that I'll post. But you can see we start with session 0 and we end with session 7 on May 1st. So everything that you'll have to do during this class is on here. Okay? So this is really important for you to pay attention to. And we'll talk a little bit more about those assignments in a minute. Once you read through everything on session 0, you can click the arrow to go to the next screen, and it's going to show you the syllabus, the course plan. Here's some more just important reminders. These are things that you should be familiar with. This is not, anything on this is not graded, but it's important information for you that you will benefit from reading that. Then here's your activities. You can set your Course Den profile. You can go to the discussion board, and there's just a peer-to-peer question and answer section there. There's checklists to help you remember that you've gotten everything. Don't forget to visit the online library to get your textbooks and their online textbooks. And then here's just some information about how to write properly. Then we have our orientation activities part 2. You have a discussion where you're going to introduce yourself to the class. And then this, again, is kind of like the course plan. It's just kind of telling you about all the different assignments in this course. Up here, communication is just an easy way to get to your discussions or announcements. assessments. That's where you can find where you would turn in your assignments. And then of course you have grades. So let's just look at that course plan and talk a little bit about what you are going to be doing in this class. And I have less than 5 minutes because I can only record 15 minutes at a time. So this course is all about assessing learning. It is really important that we assess our students' learning so we know if we need to adjust our teaching. And so in this course, we're going to talk about how we measure learning, learning targets, and writing good, solid objectives. And that's a really difficult thing for a lot of people. And I'm going to explain a lot more about that when we get to that point. So you'll start out with a discussion. You have an ongoing reflective journal. You'll have readings to read each session, and you only turn that journal in twice. You can see here it's ongoing in session 1, 2, 0, 1, and 2, and you turn it in during 3. And then again, you'll be recording during session 4, 5, 6, and turn it in session 7. So then we will again have some discussions. You'll have to write an article review. You will be working with a client. We're going to call them a client. That client can be another teacher in your building. It can be someone in the industry in which you work, helping them create an assessment plan to assess learning. So you'll take like a lesson plan, you'll write the objectives, and then you'll design some form like a rubric to assess learning. And again, I'll go into way more detail, but just to kind of give you an idea of what you'll be doing. Again, we have some more discussions. And then you will actually have your client implement that assessment plan, and you'll have a write-up about how that went. So most of everything we do is either discussions or about that assessment plan in this class. Okay? I will give you lots more details each week in my announcements. So again, remember how important these announcements are. Let's see. I think that really is about it. I am here to guide you to success, to help you in any way I can. Oh, let me again go back to the discussions and show you. You can email me again at my WESCA email. It says peer-to-peer, but I also answer here. If you have a question that you think the entire class would benefit from, that would be a good place to put it. But you can also email me. You can email me here as well, but I don't get that on my phone. So if you email me in the evening with here, I won't answer you until the next day when I come and check my computer. Okay? So just a warning, the best way to get me is through that WESCA email. All right, everybody, I will be seeing you in the introductory discussion boards. I am here through email if you need help. As I said, this is an asynchronous class, and at this point, I don't have any online live sessions set. But if I see that we have a lot of the same questions coming in, we can do an impromptu optional class live session to chat and talk about those issues. All right, everybody, I wish you the best of luck. I look forward to working with you, and I will see you in class. Bye.